Hello everyone, it is my pleasure to welcome you to this first info session in English for the new edition of the Cooperathon. In the agenda for this info session, we would like to share with you our alumni of past year. We will also have a panel with partners and mentors, and of course, we will have a presentation of what is new for 2021 for the Cooperathon. But before starting, I would like to introduce you to Sweeney D'Souza, who represents DMZ, our strategic partner for Ontario, Atlantic, and West Canada. Sweeney, let's hear who is DMZ and who are you?
Thank you, Mirella. Hey, everyone. Very excited to be here. I'm Sweeney D'Souza, the partnerships lead at the DMZ at Ryerson. The DMZ is a tech startup incubator located in Toronto, Canada. And the DMZ is a proud partner of Cooperathon 2021. And we wish all the participants a fun info session and a great experience engaging with Cooperathon.
Thank you so much, Sweeney. And we will see you again in the panel with the partners and mentors. And for now, what is next? We have my colleague, Patricio, who will be the host for the panel with alumni. You'll discover 4 absolutely amazing entrepreneurs that start their journey with Cooperathon. Patricio, welcome to the screen.
Hi, Mirella. Hi, everybody. I'm very glad to be here in this first info session in English of the year. As Mirella said, what a good way to start this meeting with the protagonist of the competition. Yes, today we have 4 entrepreneurs with us. They will share the experience for you, the future participant of this year. So we have entrepreneurs for the 2020 edition and for the 2019 edition. For the 2020 edition, Antu from Spectrum, she was the winner of the best social economic team. Second, we have Konstantinos from Alpha Iota Alloys. He was the winner for the DMC prize, so our partners here. Thank you for being here. Third, we have also Viridiana Perez from Nano Sentinel. She was the winner also from the DMC prize. And finally, we are glad to have here Menali Ratnam from Indago. She was the finalist of the health track of the competition. So please welcome on the stage to Anto, Konstantinos, Viridiana, and Melanie. Hey, hello everybody. How are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for being here, for having the time. We're very excited that you can share with the future participant your experience. We have positive things, maybe things to do better. So don't be shy. It's a very friendly conversation about your experience. So we will start with Konstantinos and then Antu, Melanie, and Viridiana, if you don't mind. So please, first of all, Konstantinos, can you present yourself and a little bit, give us a few details about your startup, please?
Yeah, thank you very much for having us here today. I'm Konstantinos. I'm a researcher at McGill University, and our startup is Alpha Iota Alloys, where we actually design alloys assisted by artificial intelligence to help our partners create lighter weight means of transportation to reduce global emissions. And right now we are at the validation stage where we experimentally test our alloys in the lab, and we try to approach early adopters to test our ideas. And what it is interesting about our startup is that we're able to synthesize new alloys just in 2 weeks and test them in the lab. And this is a process that usually takes 2 years and more than that. So we are very glad that we are so fast to synthesize new materials.
Wow, awesome. So thank you very much for sharing a few details about you and your startup. So, and also super relevant regarding the subject. So climate change, how we can improve the quality of our planet, which is urgent to do now. So thank you for that. Antu, we're gonna pass to you. So we'll please, can you present yourself and give us a few details about Spectrum?
Sure. Thank you, everyone, for having me here with you today. So my name is Antu Hossein. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm the co-founder of Spectrum. Spectrum is a digital platform which aims to bring a celebrated space for sexual health and wellness for diverse communities. This can look like education or connecting to trusted providers. As somebody who is a public health professional by trade, I found that a lot of my living experiences were not too reflected in the mainstream in terms of health and healthcare. And so Cooperathon was a really amazing entry point to try to bring our story around the pain points we feel personally into technology and innovation. And to our surprise, we won the Best Socioeconomic Award, but we also won the Public Choice Award, which further reinforces how much of a need there is. And so we've just finished our market research. We've had a huge response, and now we are working away on the MVP. So we're very excited to keep on just engaging with this amazing ecosystem. So thank you.
Wow, thank you. I'm very glad that from now, Constantino, Antu, you really move forward. Just for the last, 7 months. Just 3 months, you move forward, incredible, validating your ideas, prototype already. So thank you for that. Thank you for sharing this. We will continue with Melanie from Indago.
Thanks so much. My name is Melanie Ratnam, and I'm from Toronto, and I co-founded a startup called Indago and work out of an incubator at the University of Toronto called The Hub. So I spent many hours in a wet lab, a life science research lab, when I was doing my doctoral research project. And towards the end, I became really passionate about trying to solve some of the inefficiencies that we experience when we do our day-to-day work / experiments in a wet lab, and particularly in trying to solve those inefficiencies using tech. So, kind of a similar journey as Antu mentioned in terms of trying to solve pain points for that demographic using tech. And our platform is for research labs and scientists to be able to manage their labs more efficiently and also commercialize their products. The word Indago is actually Latin for research and discovery. So due to the delays that we experienced with COVID, we repurposed our tech at the outset of the pandemic to help with PPE distribution, totally volunteer. And this was because labs were not operating at the time, but we're now in the midst of wrapping up our beta testing with a handful of labs, so for wider release.
Wow, thank you. Thank you. Good update about Indago also. You really moved forward. So during the last time, we're very impressed about that. So and finally, Viridiana, can you share who are you and few details about Nano Sentinel?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be here with you today. My name is Viridiana Perez. I'm co-founder and CEO of Nano Sentinel, and we are building a portable device to quantify and detect nanomaterials in the workplace. So whether they are at the nanoscale or a little bit larger, it'll help you quantify faster your metal content. So we're targeting people in the fuel cells industry or in the oil and gas, anybody really that works with metals and needs a fast way to quantify. We have a very fast and accurate solution for you. And so we're getting ready to launch our first MVP in the fall. So we're very excited about that. And I'm really happy to be here sharing my experience with you today.
Wow. Also, I'm very surprised about you guys, all of you. Incredible. We're happy. We're happy to see you. You move forward. You are in different or incubator or accelerator program. Move forward to testing, prototyping, launching. So very excited. Thank you very much. So let's move forward for the first question of the panel. So can you how you summarize your experience during the competition for Cooperathon? I'm glad because here we have 2020 participants. So Constantino, Antu, and Viridiana. was the first online experience through pandemic? And also, Melanie, maybe you can share us your experience, but what the last, well, I don't know, the last one that we had already. So like presential competition of a Cooperathon. So Constantino, please, would you summarize your experience?
Yeah, actually it was a great experience. Even if you consider that we were in the middle of the pandemic and we had this opportunity, it was amazing. I cannot believe that. Generally, for us, it was great because we were able to talk with different people from different backgrounds, and this really helped us. And we were also given the opportunity to participate in different workshops to learn how to develop our idea, like starting from scratch and develop the different stages.
Wow, thank you. What about you, Antu? How you will summarize your experience?
I would call it transformative. As somebody who was stuck in COVID land for some time, it was such an amazing way to connect with passionate people that you probably would never meet, even in person. So I think mostly what really stood out to me is just how much it pushed me out of my comfort zone. And I don't typically navigate tech and innovation. So it was a huge surprise to dive in deep, but also the amazing mentors who we got to engage with. I'm truly really grateful for the amazing people. Yeah.
Thank you. So you mentioned connecting, networking, mentors. Constantino, wow, we were in pandemic, but even so, the competition was a surprise about you, how people can connect and help each other. So, Melanie, about you. So, can you summarize for you what was the experience in Cooperathon?
Yeah, it's really cool to hear, and it's not surprising to hear that everyone that participated in Cooperathon last year virtually still have amazing things to say about it. So, I was in a cohort just before the pandemic. Of course, it was an amazing experience. Just the amount of information that's condensed into the 4 sprints and what that allows people to do in terms of ideating and then prototyping and understanding your market position and what it means to validate your market. All of that happened in such a short amount of time. So that pre-incubation it was really invaluable to our journey afterwards. And a lot of the stuff that we learned during Cooperathon was very foundational, and we still build on the same values that we that sort of emerged for us during the Cooperathon.
Thank you. Last but not least, Viridiana. So can you share with us how would you summarize your experience?
Yeah, I definitely want to amplify what everybody else said. It was a very challenging year last year too, and even up to now, just being in isolation. But the 2020 edition did not lack in human connection for sure. So I was able to just meet a bunch of people with different disciplines and just have perspectives on my own business and on their businesses as well. So it was a truly enriching experience to meet people from all walks in life all together for innovation.
Wow, thank you very much. So let's move forward for the next question. Next question, I mean, before jumping to the question, I will say to you, like, you already shared that you learned a lot of things through the Cooperathon, the competition. We're very excited about that. But if you had to choose just one thing that you learned to the competition, which is still relevant for your entrepreneurial experience today, which element or which experience you will share to the participant, which is today relevant for you? Constantino, we will start with you.
That's a great question, actually, for us, because we are coming from an academic background. So what we really learned is how to make more business-oriented presentations and learn how to sell our idea. Because, in academia, it's the way that you present an idea is different from the business world. So even today, this is really valuable for us.
Oh, thank you. Oh, that's very, very important, because I'm learned business. I'm from the business side. So your point is very relevant. So thank you for that. I have problem maybe through some research. Maybe you can help me with this. So thank you. Well, Amtu, what about you?
Yeah, I would definitely like to echo what he just said. And in addition to learning about business models, which was the first for me, I think it was also about storytelling. Ultimately, being able to take a very big problem and then making it bite-sized and digestible for multiple audiences, which really, I don't think you can get with as many different mentors as you can get with Cooperathon. So, yeah.
Thank you. So for you, Melanie, what is still relevant for you today?
Yeah. I totally understand what Konstantinos is saying, because coming from academia, that was a very steep learning curve to get all the business elements under your belt and very different types of presentation. But seconding all of that, but then I think at this particular stage, one of the things I remember vividly was lessons and workshops on pivoting. And understanding what that means and knowing when to do that, and in some ways being ready for that or prepared for that that type of part of your journey.
Well, thank you. It's a lot. so thank you. Finally, Viridiana, what about your experience? What is still relevant for you today from the competition?
Yeah, I think customer discovery, it's essential, and you just never stop doing customer discovery. You really have to go out there and talk to people, talk to your target audience, and see how can they use what you're making and whether they will use it at all, and really approach it from the perspective of, am I actually helping you solve a problem, and can I deliver value to you? Rather than marring yourself with the solution you're making, and really learning to listen to that feedback from your target audience, it's been essential up to today.
Oh, thank you. So I'm very happy with your comments, with your answer, because it's true, Cooperathon is pre-incubation. It's a pre-incubation competition. It's the found. But I'm glad to see there's still some things that are available, are relevant for you today. So that is very happy to share with this. Now let's move forward to, if you have to share a tip for future participants. So just one advice, because of the time we have to move a little bit quick. So Constantino, what will be your tip to share with the future participant of this edition?
It has already been mentioned. An idea will remain an idea if you don't test it quickly to the real world. You need to listen to your customers, because they are going to give value to your product. If you don't have customers, you don't have a product. And you should expect a lot of iterations. You may start with an idea, and in the end, you may have a completely different idea after so many iterations.
Thank you. And do you have another type of tip to share with future participants?
Dream big and embrace the discomfort, because that's what this all is. I'll keep it there.
Oh, thank you very much. Melanie?
I would say don't be shy to network with the people that you meet at Cooperathon. So even though that's virtually, just embrace the fact that you get to meet so many wonderful people and bring those connections to life.
Thank you. Any trick, any tip, Miradina, for to go to the final, be a winner? I don't know.
Yeah.
What you can share.
Find mentors and talk to your mentors as much as you can, especially those that have experience in the field, and even those that don't. Just talk to your mentors.
Thank you. I think it's a very good tip. And because we have a lot of alumni, they still with the same mentors. They still meeting the same mentor from the competition. So maybe their mentor does it's a relationship that started in the competition, but it's up to you really to move forward to maintain this relationship in the future. So just thank you very much for your time. Just to finish, I would like to thank you for your participation, for sharing your experience. But as a way to thank you, there is any call to action, any need of your startup, what is the stage of the startup you are? There is something that the public here, there is partners, mentors, other people that maybe can help you. There is any call to action for them, Konstantinos?
Yeah, we are always looking for funding to advance our products and also to find early adopters to test our ideas and develop and optimize new light alloys. So we are here to help our partners.
Well, thank you. Antu.
Yeah, well, we are trying to build our MVP, and I think what we would appreciate most are mentors and domain experts, specifically in the health and healthcare space. Anyone who could support us with some wise advice, we will take it, and we would love to connect. So,
thank you. From Melanie from 2019.
Yeah, we're, as I mentioned earlier, we're wrapping up our beta testing, but anybody who works in a research lab or life science wet lab or interested in commercializing their products as well, I would love to connect with you on LinkedIn. So feel free to hit me up there.
Thank you. And finally, last but not least, Meridiana.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to launch the first iteration of our product. So if you're a fuel cell company, an oil and gas company, or anybody that works with metal nanomaterials or not, we have a quick and accurate solution for you. Please get in touch. You can find us pretty much anywhere. You can Google us. I'm pretty sure we rank on SEO. And you can also find me on my LinkedIn.
Wow. Thank you very much again for sharing all this information, experience, our journey, because we're happy if this kind of event can help you to connect with different people, mentors, partners, accelerator opportunities. Why not? So thank you very much. I will, Mirala, are you there? So I will pass to Mirala for the following part of the event. Thank you.
Absolutely, Patricio. I'm here. What an amazing panel. I'm always amazed by alumni during the Cooperathon and after. They are working hard and they are progressing at the speed that it's absolutely amazing. And I would like just to highlight 3 words that the alumni repeated a few times. One, I think it was transformative. The experience of Cooperathon is truly transformative. It's 4 weeks of training and mentorship, followed by 2 weeks of competition. Another one, it was connection. And as you know, connections, last year we were, 1,300 participants, more than 150 mentors. So the network of connections that you can have across Canada, it's really unprecedented and rich in learning. Without further ado, I will start to present you what is new for this edition. And I would like that those 3 words, what they have as highlight, you can find those 3 highlights also in this edition. So let's go for a presentation of what is new this year. So first of all, it is an initiative of Desjardins, which is the largest credit union in Canada. It is a Cooperathon, it's a cooperative financial institution, and we are at the Open Innovation. To support entrepreneurs, we have 3 programs, and we try to support entrepreneurs that are at different stages, from creation, validation to the growth. So we have Cooperathon that you'll know a bit more, but for the alumni of Cooperathon, we have founded that support the alumni with their launch and incubation, followed by startup in residency that really supports startup in growth. Next. So our mission at Cooperathon is to connect different actors in the entrepreneurship and innovation ecosystem to develop together a socially responsible future. Next. Last year, we had more than 150 mentors. We have more than 100 teams. And of course, for the prizes, because as you know, it's 4 weeks training and mentorship, but we do have, after that, we have 2 weeks of competition. There were more than $170,000 in prizes and grants for the different Open Innovation challenges. Next slide. So this year, we focus on Lead the Change, Reboot Together. So obviously, COVID was an unprecedented crisis, at least for this generation. And I think the Reboot Together, it's something that we need to do it collectively as a society. And you, as entrepreneurs and future entrepreneurs, you have a big role to play. So come with us and lead the change. Next. For this edition, we will stay 100% virtual, will be digital, so it will be very easy to connect with everybody across Canada. It is free, inclusive for everybody. So everybody that is 18 years and older can come and be part of the Cooperathon. You can come without a team, without an idea, or with a team and with an idea. We have a place for really everybody. We offer a journey that is personalized and is tailored to your needs and your stage of maturity. It is an edition that is across Canada, so pan-Canadian, and we are focusing on quality versus quantity. So we say that we are the largest open innovation competition in Canada, which is very true. But we try to also be very focused on quality, on tailored to you. We try to be very human and very close to you. So for us, it's always a challenge for us how to scale up, but also keep this very close relationship and focus to the quality. Next. What is very new for this year edition, we have two journeys. One is for what we call alpha teams, and another is for what we call beta teams. Both they are in pre-commercialization phase, and I will explain you a bit more what is alpha and what is beta. Next. So the alpha teams, it is an individual that can come alone, or it's already a team that is formed and maybe incomplete. The team, will need to be formed, or they need to be completed because they don't have enough diversified talent. They have an initial idea, or they may not have. But essentially what you need to say is that they are at the beginning of the ideation process with so much to learn. So this is what is really different for the alpha. They are very, very much in the beginning. And at the moment of the registration, they do not have a functional prototype. And what is different for the beta? So next, beta, it's a group of people that are more advanced. So they have already a team. They have already a solution that is in development. They have a functional prototype that is available at the moment of registration, and they know what they need. So they have specific needs to evolve their solution and their startup. Next. For the alpha and for the beta teams, they can participate in open innovation challenges. Open innovation challenges are problems, industry problems that are offered by some of our partners, and those are real problems. The partners really submit something that they experiment as a challenge. So those are really problems that they offered as a challenge during the Cooperathon. Every year we have something between 8 to 10 challenges that are in different domains. So you will find, from now to the beginning of the Cooperathon that it's taking place on the 25th of September, we will start to talk more about what are the open innovation challenge that will be displayed and offered to the participants this year. But if none of the challenge really, interest you, you can come with your idea and you can work on your project with your team. So either you can work on your idea, everything that supports the SDGs has a social impact, or you can work towards solving an open innovation challenge offered by one of our partners. Next. As we said, we have a program that is training and mentorship, but we also have the competition. So we are offering more than $100,000 cumulative prizes and challenge grants. Next. For the Open Innovation Challenges, there are 3 types. One, it's inspirational. It's open to future entrepreneurs, the alpha teams. So one per each Open Innovation Challenge, the partner will choose the winner for their challenge, and they offer a challenge grant that is 5,000. Collision, it's another type of challenge. The difference is that after the Cooperathon, you'll receive 5,000 in-kind services for the winner, of course, and 3 months of extra support, not only from us with the Foundry program, but also from the partner. And as the other challenge, the winner of the challenge, so each challenge will have a winner, and they receive for each winner, they receive a challenge grant of 5,000. So this is open to alpha and beta. So those are teams that are much more in validation. And the last type of Open Innovation Challenge is collaboration. So collaboration, it's open only to beta teams. The winner for each challenge that it's collaboration type, it's 5,000, but they have so much more, in the sense that they have a 10,000 in-kind services, and they have a 5 months of support by Foundry program and by the partner. Next. So once again, the prices. The prices of Cooperathon, we have the grand prize for the alpha team, 15,000. We have the Cooperathon grand prize for the beta team, 25,000. And we have different other prizes, like Ontario Atlantic West Canada prize, 5,000. Diversity and Inclusion prize, 5,000. We have the team engagement prize. So this is a team that participates actively during the workshop, during the different activities, during the mentors activities. So a very engaged team, they receive an extra 2,500. We have the audience impact prize. So you remember when Ant was saying that they win also the public prize. This is the prize. So it's 2,500. And for the mentors, for the experts that support the team, we have a recognition prize that is just dedicated for them. Next. So what is going to happen from now to the beginning of the Cooperathon and during the Cooperathon? So on the May 20th, so it's, just a few days ago, we had a unveiling, and right now we have what we call the pre-session. So we have the info session, June 3rd, it was in French, June 10th is now in English. We have Open Innovation Day. I will not read all the details. So June 22, please keep this in mind because it's coming very soon, September 16 and September 22. We will launch during the week of September 20, we will have the launch of the Cooperathon. So every day we will have activity that will support the team formation and matching with the mentors. The first activity of the Cooperathon is September 25th, and essentially every week, so during 4 weeks, every week it's another sprint, and during each sprint you'll have several activities. After those 4 weeks of training, the teams that want to participate to the competition phase, they submit their project, and they will participate to semifinals as a pitch competition, November 6th. After that, we have the finals, November 13 and November 14. So this is a Saturday and a Sunday. And of course, the judges will select the winners, and we will announce the winners during the award ceremony that it's almost at the end of November, somewhere between 22 to 25, we have another, event, Open Innovation Week that we are preparing, and the award ceremony will be in one of those days. Of course, after the Cooperathon is not finished, we have the Foundry program that supports the alumni, and especially the winners of the prizes and the winners of the grants will receive an extra support from the Foundry. Next. So what you have also, not also you have, the workshop and different activities during the week, but we do have a platform that we call Global. On Global, you can do everything. So as you you can form your team, you can communicate with your team, you can communicate with the mentors, with the partners, you can communicate with everybody. So everybody will be on the platform. You can do research because we have different resources, educational with e-learning or other kind of resources. You can find the information about the challenge and a bit more deep dive information about the challenge. And obviously you can have the calendar with all the activities that are open to you during the week. Next. This is Cooperathon team. So some are more photogenic than others, or some photos are better quality than the others. But we are an extraordinary team that really we are passionate to support you. Next. So what makes us unique is the training and mentorship. Next. So what is going to happen every week during the training and the mentorship? So essentially every Saturday morning you have a foundation workshop. This is especially important for Alpha team. In the afternoon, you have Ask Me Anything session and you can have independent teamwork. On Tuesday, you have Ask Me Anything session in French in the morning. In the afternoon, you meet Open Innovation partners for all the teams that are answering an Open Innovation challenge. And in the evening, you have the advanced workshop. The advanced sessions are specifically targeted to the beta teams. Alpha teams, of course, they can come, but please understand that the advanced workshop are built in mind with the beta teams with more advanced and more specific needs. On Wednesday, in the afternoon, you can meet Open Innovation partner, and in the evening, you will meet an entrepreneur. You can understand what is the life of an entrepreneur, and obviously, you'll have entrepreneurs that are inspirational and can boost, your confidence and boost, think big, dream big. And on Thursday, what we have, you'll meet Open Innovation partners once again, and in the evening, you'll meet experts, mentors for giving you feedback. On Friday, we have another Ask Me Anything session that is in English. So every week, it's the same program. Obviously, the activities are different, the workshops are different, but we have 4 sprints. The first one, you'll understand the needs of the clients, your future clients, you understand the problem you want to solve. The second, the design, you'll work on the concept of your solution. The third one, you'll build a prototype. And the fourth one, you will learn how to pitch and improve your pitch. Next. So the key of the success, we heard it with the alumni panels, the mentors. We have more than 140 mentors across Canada. For the alpha teams, we will offer group mentorship, and for the beta teams, they will have a mentor that is tailored just for them with one-on-one session. And every Thursday, as we saw, we have those advisor groups that you present your project and you receive feedback. So I will stop now with the novelties. I really hope that you have enough details, and please come. We have the session after the presentation on the stage with, Ask Me Anything session. So if there were aspects that they weren't clear, you would like to know more, please come and ask us. It is a pleasure. And right now, I would like to call to the stage our partners, some of our partners and some of our mentors, to have a discussion with partners and mentors. So from DMZ, we have Sweeney D'Souza. From Design of the Boat, we have Sisa Lesse. From Coach Andrew Moss, we have Andrew Moss, which is the founder. And as a mentor, we have Adaora Ogbuye from Venture Catalyst. Please welcome to the stage. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey, Marilla.
Hello.
How are you guys?
Doing good.
Yeah, doing great.
I would like first to start with a short introduction for each of you. So maybe I will start with Sisa. Sisa, tell us a bit more about Design of the Boat.
So hi, I'm Sisa. I'm the co-founder and co-captain at Design Off the Boat. So we're an all-women crew for all women founders, and we help build your products in a span of a third or a fifth the traditional way it could. So that's what I share with the participants at Cooperathon, and yeah, that's me.
Andrew, from Coach Andrew Moss.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. What my specialty is really helping entrepreneurs leverage their maximum potential. My background is I've worked with Olympic athletes, CEOs, and many top students from top business schools. And I've really fallen in love with the work with social entrepreneurs and helping them to realize, all of the impact they want to make in the world.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Sweeney?
Hey everyone, my name is Sweeney D'Souza. I'm the partnerships lead at the DMZ. We are a tech business incubator based out of Ryerson University in Toronto, Canada. And the DMZ essentially helps startups anywhere from ideation all the way to acceleration. And we are very proud to partner with Cooperathon now for a few times and excited to see 2021 kick off.
Thank you. And not least, Adora from Venture Catalyst.
Hi, my name is Adora, and Venture Catalyst is a consulting firm which helps early stage investors to get a handle on the early stage investment landscape in terms of developing their investment theses, getting exposure to deal flow. And we also help early stage startups to become investment ready.
Thank you so much, Adora. So I will start with my first question. Why do you think it's important to offer a training workshop? Because we are saying, Cooperathon, it's a competition, but we don't put the focus just in the competition part. We really put the focus on the training and the mentorship part. So why do you think the training workshop are important and what they bring to future entrepreneurs and startups? I will start maybe with you, Sisa. Last year, you gave a wonderful workshop that people were so amazed with, things that they can do that they didn't know they can. So,
Thank you. So the thing is, you don't know what you don't know, particularly with the resources that are actually available out there. So sometimes it seems like you'd have to reach like a far off stage of a startup process before you can even access it. For example, last year's workshop, I spoke about how you can build better MVPs for the SDGs using no-code tools. So the participants learned that you don't need $50,000 to put your MVP out there. Or if you really wanted to, you could launch your app this weekend. On the flip side, there's also so many startup resources out there. You think you need all of that to be even considered a startup, and that itself could be a cause for anxiety. So these workshops are great for pathfinding, and just getting through the next step without drowning.
Thank you so much, Sisa. So what do you think, Andrew? What did you teach last year entrepreneurs?
Yeah, well, last year I taught mindfulness for entrepreneurs, which as a tool for getting through the journey that is entrepreneurship is extremely important. But I'd also like to build off what Sisa said, that one of the things we want to do for social entrepreneurs especially is be very welcoming and inclusive of those who don't have traditional business backgrounds. And the scientists and the humanities, these are people who care about a lot of issues, and if we can help them understand business well enough to then execute on the things they care about, I think we're all better off for that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Andrew. And Sweeney, what do you think about the training workshop? Do you have examples, either Cooperathon or DMZ?
Yeah, I just think that like every mighty ship without a rudder is lost at sea. That's how I describe a founder trying to navigate the mighty ocean of the business world without a solid support system. So whether it's workshops, mentoring sessions, and curated curriculum that's aimed at the founder's specific needs, especially at their very early stages, is so important. So this year, the DMZ has partnered with Cooperathon to support very early stage startups to create and deliver the alpha workshops, which will really challenge startups to think about important foundational concepts. ranging from opportunity discovery, market needs, all the way to prototyping and pitching. And we understand this is a very crucial stage in the founder's journey, and being an early stage incubator ourselves, we're geared towards an on-demand platform called Launchpad. And this is for founders who are in the ideation to very early prototyping. And we want to give them that secret sauce as to build that strong community around them. So whenever they need it, they have it.
Absolutely, Sweeney. Thank you so much. And for you, Adaora, I will start with the second question. So the second question, it's about mentorship. Why do you think that the mentors are really, really, really the key of success for entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs at any stages? You know, we talk about Cooperathon, future entrepreneurs, early stage, you know, everybody pre-commercialization, but the mentors are absolutely essential at any stage. So the question, official one, is why, in your opinion, mentors are an essential part of the success of all entrepreneurs?
Well, that's a very good question. And I think I will echo what Cisa said earlier, in fact, that as entrepreneurs, you don't know what you don't know. And I think many times, no matter what stage they're in, there are going to be certain questions or certain needs and requirements that no matter what stage they're at, they won't have the knowledge of yet. So if you think of somebody who's at the pre-seed stage, they don't have a product, they might just have an idea, but they don't know how to put the product into fruition. When they get to the seed stage, they might have a prototype, but they don't know how to market it to customers. And when they get to stages beyond that, there's always going to be the next hurdle. And really, that's a part of their learning process, and that's a part of their growth. But without the mentors, they don't know how to effectively leverage their resources, their networks, the technology or what have you, to help them to get to the next stage that they want to achieve. And that's very important. So I think back to one of the competitions that I judged a while ago, where we had a couple of early stage startups that were showing their idea at Cooperathon at the beginning. And I think I raised the question, what were the unit economics of the product or service they were selling? And I think one of the co-founders was trying to be glib, and he said, "Oh, we're not economists." But unit economics, as more mature startups will know, are fundamental to the core of your business model. And if you don't have a handle on your unit economics, then you can't scale. You can't be a going concern. You can't provide social impact, because you have to grow and scale to provide that impact. So I think it's really important for mentors to be able to provide that push, challenge the startups at every step of the way, so that they can understand the pieces that they have to put together to get to the subsequent stages.
Thank you so much, Adaora. It's so true. Andrew, you are not only a partner, but you are a mentor, and you particularly love the pitch training. We do have a few years of pitch training with Andrew Moss. So what is your take on the importance of the mentorship?
Yeah, well, I definitely agree with the comment that you don't know what you don't know. But I think actually what gets a lot of entrepreneurs in trouble is what they think they know. And a good mentor can really help provide some different perspectives on an issue and help the entrepreneur step back and look at a bigger picture of what they're trying to accomplish in a variety of different ways, and then make a more informed decision. So specific to the pitch training, I think, again, part of it is to help the entrepreneurs understand the message that's being received versus the message that's being delivered. And sometimes that's about simplifying the slides, simplifying the language, maybe turning it into more of a story. So it's just giving them a reflection on how what they're doing is coming across, so they can provide the most compelling presentation of their idea possible.
Thank you so much, Andrew. And I have a third question, the last one. During the presentation, I talk about this, tailored approach between the alpha teams that are, so much at the beginning of their journey to become entrepreneurs, very much at the beginning of ideation, maybe alone, wondering what exactly is the problem. And beta teams that they have, they have a team, they know the problem, they have a solution. They are much more in wondering what is the, the validation. They try to think what is next for them, commercialization. So why do you think that it's important to go towards this personalization, this tailored approach in the way we structure the workshop, the way we structure the mentorship? So maybe I will ask Sweeney.
Yeah, so the DMZ has been incubating startups since 2010. And after successfully incubating, establishing, and accelerating over 500 startups, we have seen that a tailored program, according to the stage of growth, is very beneficial for the long-term success. And we actually revamped the DMZ programming this year in 2021 to have pre-MVP and post-MVP programming ourselves. And the alpha and beta workshops that are created, in collaboration with the DMZ for Cooperathon this year are really going to leverage the years of experience we have had in the space and share that experience far and wide to the participants. So the alpha program is going to help founders in understanding the basics of building your co-founding team, exploring the feasibility of the business, fleshing out the specifics of the problem statement, building an initial prototype. While the beta program, on the other hand, will share knowledge, anecdotes, and our experiences on business validation. And so founders at that later stage are doing product iterations and developing their MVP. And the alumni of Cooperathon that presented earlier on today highlighted the importance of these topics in sessions quite well. In fact, the startups at the beta stream need to learn even about the steps ahead of that, such as incorporation, legal housekeeping matters, fundraising, and pitching to potential incubators and investors. And these are all the topics that the DMZ will focus on in the beta programming to keep founders on the path of continuous success from the very, very beginning.
Thank you so much, Sweeney. Adaora, what is your take on the question?
Yeah, I would agree with Sweeney that in terms of the successful accelerators and competitions that I've participated in the past, one thing that the organizers learned after doing a couple of iterations is that it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. You definitely have to cater to the stage of preparedness of the startups in addition to whatever sector or geography that they're targeting. One thing I think that's important is when you're at the very early stage, you need to have a little bit more of that hand-holding support. You have those kind of one-stop shop, single-person founders, who don't have a team, might have the idea but have never come across the idea of the engineering piece or the marketing piece, because every person has a skill that they're coming into this with, and it's not up to them to take on all the skills at once, but they do need to have the wherewithal to understand when they need help and to take on that help. And one thing that investors look at is if the founder is the type of person who's able to learn and respond to feedback. So it really makes sense to have that feedback tailored to the specific stage that they're in. Coming to the beta section, it'll be really important as these founders start to group together, start to work together to understand the strengths and weaknesses of the people on the founding team so that they can better outfit themselves to grow in terms of their personnel, in terms of the leadership that they need to have to take the product and service forward. And also to start really recognizing the network connections that they're going to need to make in terms of, taking advantage of the stakeholders, the mentors, the other resources that are available to them. And that is also, of course, true at the alpha stage. But recognizing that you can only get the help, that is appropriate for you at your stage and at your size. So that's also a learning process that will happen, I think, during the course of the program.
Very, very true, Adaora. And at the end of the panel, I would like maybe each of you that you give an advice, for the future participants in the Cooperathon. I will let it, free to you. I will maybe start with Andrew. That seems like he's thinking very, very hard to choose which advice, because I'm quite sure he's having quite a list. So what is your advice for future entrepreneurs participating to Cooperathon? Andrew?
Well, I think the best advice I could give would be to try to win the prize for the most engaged team, which basically means, take advantage of all of what's offered and be there, be asking questions, take advantage of the people you have access to, and prove, that you're there to learn. The outcome will probably be that you will advance much farther in the competition because of that. But the biggest thing is take advantage of this amazing program.
Absolutely, Andrew. And what we saw, of course, no surprise, the most engaged teams are the ones that progress the most and tend to win. So absolutely. Sisa.
My advice would be to keep an open mindset. Sometimes you come in thinking that this is the only way to learn, exactly what Andrew said earlier. But another thing is to talk about your idea. Sometimes for first-time founders, especially, they treat it like their baby and they don't share anything about it and they hide it from the world. But also, it's the worst way to learn. It kind of blocks you from learning off others' experiences once they get the context of what you're working on. So build in public if you can, and just take advantage of all the resources that are here in Cooperathon and meet as many people as you can. They'll be your first fans.
Thank you so much, Sisa. Adaora, what is your advice for future participants?
I would definitely say that the whole idea here is to be vulnerable. Make sure that you are listening, make sure that you're actively listening, actively asking questions. You can't ever have a wrong question. Okay, there are no silly questions. A lot of the time, if you ask a question, the other founders might have the same question, but maybe are too shy to ask it or don't know how to articulate it. But ultimately, we're all here to help each other, and especially lean on your fellow founders, lean on your mentors, and you can really make this into something that will be helpful and useful to your company.
Thank you so much, Adaora. And Sweeney, the world at the last. So what it is your advice?
I would say that you will get out of it as much as you put in. And one of the things being an incubator, what I've seen is the energy, the dynamic between founding teams from different startups is unmatched. And of course, it's definitely harder doing it virtually, but as much as possible, I would encourage the team members, rub shoulders with your peers, talk to them, see what they're doing, what you're up to. You never know who you might meet that might actually supplement your business idea. You might end up doing something together, and definitely take advantage of this community and network that you have through Cooperathon. It's so vast, but don't forget about your peers that you will meet along the way too.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And in the end, I would like to say thank you, because Cooperathon could never do it alone. We can have 130 teams and 150 mentors because of partners like you, because of mentors like you. As you know, I appreciate you greatly as person and as businesses. So thank you so much, Andrew Moss, coach. Thank you so much, design of the boat. Thank you so much, DMZ, of course. And thank you so much, Adaora Ogwe from Venture Catalyst. You are amazing, and I'm very, very grateful. So we will see each other, for future events. So for now, what I would like maybe to have just a conclusion, and after we will jump off the stage and we'll jump into the session. We will have a Ask Me Anything question, and really we, are true to our word. You can ask any question. If you have ideas, you can pitch, and it will be a session that it's informal. We are here for you. So at the end of the presentation, I really hope that with the panel, with the alumni, you are able to see what an amazing and rich parkour of the Cooperathon, how transformative it was. And the fact that, started, they didn't stop. And I think this is very important. First, start, and second, pursue your dream, go and get help. And we are here to help you. As we said, we are a team of passionate people, really believe it. It's not just in words. We are absolutely passionate to make you a successful entrepreneur. You can lead the change, but don't be alone. It's very difficult to be alone. So go ask for help. We have partners, we have mentors, we have a team. So we are here to help you. What I would like also, maybe I will ask Benoit to just bring the presentation. Obviously, you can go on cooperathon.ca. Please go, you'll find more information. You can obviously register to the newsletter, so you will follow us in all the events that we have. And we have social media, of course. So please connect with us on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Twitter. We are very active. Next. And of course, we would like that you register to the Cooperathon, so on cooperathon.ca. But also you can connect right now for the platform, the online platform for collaboration during the Cooperathon. So it's at cooperathon.global. So please register. And the third reminder is the next event. We have Open Innovation Day on June 22nd. We will have a first part that is during lunchtime, that it's targeting very much alpha teams. So people, individuals, teams that are in the beginning of their ideation. And in the afternoon, we have a creative collision. This is open to everybody. You'll meet extraordinary experts. There will be fire chat discussion. So it will be a very creative and collision. And in the evening, you'll participate. We launch Open Innovation Challenge for startups that are more mature in growth, fintech, and climate. So you can come and be part of the pitch for the finalists, and you can get to see the winner for that challenge. So it is a rendezvous, as we say it in French. We will meet at Open Innovation Day, June 22nd. And right now, I would like to say bye-bye from the stage. My colleague Patricio is already in the session. So on your side menu, you have sessions. I would like to ask you to jump in the session. Patricio is already there, and I will also join you in just a few seconds. So see you in Ask Me Anything session. Bye-bye for now, and see you next time.